All right, guys, we're going to talk about our Gauntlet workouts for 2026. We're going to start with workout number 1, Hammerfall. This one has 2 variations. We've got a Dragon variation, and then we have the other division variation, Maverick, Griffin, and Phoenix divisions. We're going to start with the Maverick, Griffin, and Phoenix division variation. This is going to be an 8-minute AMRAP. Athletes are going to start with 4 burpees over the bar and 4 clean and jerks. For the clean and jerks, as a team, you can choose the loading on the bar. And for the burpees over the bar, athletes can jump or step over the bar. Your score for this one is clean and jerk reps times the barbell weight on the bar. So the burpee reps aren't a part of the score. Just consider those as a buy-in for each set of clean and jerk reps. So score is clean and jerk reps multiplied by the barbell weight. It's going to be 1 barbell per team. 1 athlete's going to work at a time. Athletes can split the work however they want. So it doesn't have to be you go, I go. The athletes can choose how to partition the burpees and the clean and jerks. The burpees don't count towards your score. Like we said, it's a buy-in. Athletes must keep the same weight on the bar during the entire workout, and there is a minimum weight on the bar. The women are going to have a minimum weight of 35 pounds, and the boys are going to have a minimum weight of 55 pounds. So that's the flow of the workout. We're going to have these 2 lovely ladies demonstrate 2 rounds for you, so you can watch that go down real quick. Ready, set, go. 4 burpees. 1, 2. Oh, we had a change out. All right. 3, 4. Now 4 clean and jerks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 round completed. 4 burpees. 1, 2. Oh, she's going to keep going. 3 and 4. 4 clean and jerks to complete this round. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they would continue that pattern, 4 burpees over the bar, 4 clean and jerks until the 8 minutes have run out. We'll talk about standards real quick. So for the burpee over the bar, they're going to start on one side of the barbell. Their chest and thighs must touch the floor at the bottom of each rep. So demonstrate that for me, chest and thighs. When they're getting out of this position, they must return to both feet with the hands off the floor. Both feet, hands off the floor. Jumping or stepping in and out of that bottom position is allowed. The athlete may jump or step over the barbell. So go to the other side. Once the athlete is on the other side of the bar, the rep is credited to you. The athletes may be lateral to the bar or bar facing. So do one facing. Same there, all the way over to the other side. Some common no reps. The chest and thighs do not touch the ground, so kind of do one where your chest is kind of up. Boom. And then the athlete is making contact with the bar. So if you're going over the bar and you touch it or trip over the bar, that's going to be a no rep. If a no rep is given for any reason, the athlete must repeat the entire burpee before starting on the next rep. So repeat the whole burpee over again. And they can start on either side of the bar for repeating that no rep. So that's the burpee. For the clean and jerk, the clean is going to start with each rep on the ground. The bumper plates are on the ground for that rep. And the bar must be lifted to the shoulders. So we are requiring that the barbell move through a clean before it goes overhead. Any style of clean is permitted except for a hang clean. So once you're pulling that bar from the ground, continuous motion all the way to the shoulders. That part of the rep will be credited when the bar is on the shoulders and the elbows are in front of the bar. we are going overhead for the jerk, so you don't have to achieve full extension of the hips and the knees before going overhead to the jerk. A common no rep on that first part would be not bringing the elbows in front and not having that barbell going to the shoulder. So somehow kind of moving the bar here and then going overhead before getting to the shoulders with the elbows in front. And then for the overhead portion, a push press, a strict press, or a split jerk or a power jerk or push jerk are all permitted. The rep is credited, the final full rep is credited when the hips, knees, and arms are extended and the feet are in line. The bar is over the midline of the body overhead, so not in front of the body, all the way overhead. Some common no reps would be lowering the barbell before getting that thing all the way overhead, not getting the knees or the hips fully extended, and finishing with the bar in front of the body. So we'll go through a couple options, watching Madison pull that barbell up, going basically to the shoulders. We'll talk about that first bit, going to the clean. And then all the way overhead, she's just going to do a little push jerk, and then back down to the ground. A common no rep would be skipping the shoulder bit, so kind of moving that thing ground to overhead without getting to the shoulders. Some kind of snatch variation, right? That would be a no rep. And then for going shoulder to overhead, kind of turn the barbell to the side a little bit. And then go ahead and go to your clean. And then do a jerk with the bar in front of you. That's going to be a no rep. And then do one where your arms aren't fully locked out. All right, no rep, arms didn't get fully locked out. And then in the event you use a split jerk, not bringing the feet back in line and bringing the bar back down. So go ahead and do that. Do a split jerk. And then bring it back down. Notice how she didn't bring her feet back together and brought the bar back down. That would be a no rep. So those are kind of common no reps with that clean and jerk. And again, your score on this one is going to be the total reps of your cleans multiplied by the weight that your team chooses for that workout. All right, slide it back around. All right, we're going to talk about the dragon version of this workout. This one is going to be for load. This is a barbell complex of 1 clean, 2 hang cleans, and 1 shoulder to overhead. The before each attempt on this one, you have to sort of do a buy-in of 8 burpees over the bar. And there's a 8-minute time cap on this one. So 8 minutes to get all of that completed. In the dragon division, you are going to have a 5-minute warm-up period on the floor with your team. So this one's for load. Your score is how much weight you move. Each athlete's heaviest successful complex will be recorded. So for example, if athlete 1 gets 205, athlete 2 gets 185 successfully, then your team score is those two numbers added together. 390 would be your score. 1 barbell per team. Complex must be completed without letting go of the barbell. The complex must be completed within the 8 minutes. So even if you start the complex, if time runs out and you haven't completed it, that will not count. In the event of a no rep for any reason at any time, that movement can be repeated as long as the athlete doesn't let go of the barbell. 8 burpees over the bar must be completed by that athlete before attempting the clean and jerk. Athletes can switch as desired on this one as long as the 8 burpee buy-in has been completed. And then athletes can work together to load and unload and change the weights on the barbell. So we're going to flow this one. I'll be explaining a little bit differently. We're going to assume that Madison is going to go first. She's got a weight on the bar that she wants to attempt. So she's going to do her burpees. Ready, set, go. There's 1. There's 8. We're going to pretend that was 8. And she's going to go ahead and hit this barbell complex. 1 clean from the ground. And then she's going to go to the hang above the knee. And then another hang. And then shoulder to overhead. That's a good rep. That's a good complex. The judge is going to record that score as the weight on the bar as a successful complex. Now, she could do another attempt if she wanted to before Kay gives it another try. However, she would have to do 8 more burpees. If Kay wanted to try this weight before making any weight change, she would have to come do some burpees. There's 1, and there's 8, and then same complex. You don't have to do it. 1 clean. You're going to be my demo for the movement. 1 clean, 2 hang, and then 1 shoulder to overhead. Burpee standards are exactly the same as before, except in the dragon division, you have to jump over the barbell. So we got to get both feet in the air, jumping over the barbell. 2-foot takeoff isn't required as long as both feet are in the air. So all the burpee standards are going to be the same there. So for the clean, this is the first part. Barbell is going to start on the ground. She's going to lift the barbell to the shoulders. On this one, we are looking for barbell on the shoulders, elbows in front, and hips and knees extended on this first part. So a common no rep here would be not bringing this together, not putting the bar on the shoulders, not getting the elbows in front, all of that kind of stuff. Then she's going to go down to the hang. This is going to start above the knee. She's going to hit a hang clean. Same standards on that second clean. Elbows in front, barbells on the shoulders, hips and knees fully extended. Now she's going to do that third clean or the second hang clean. Ready, set, go. Boom. On this one, she doesn't have to go fully extended here. She can go all the way to that shoulder to overhead if she wants to. Boom. Same standards here for the shoulder to overhead. Any style of shoulder to overhead is going to be okay. A shoulder press, a push press, a split jerk. In the event of a split jerk, she needs to bring those feet back together again before the rep is credited to her. So we're going to go over her missing a few common sort of shoulder to overhead options just like before. So go ahead and hit one where you don't fully extend your arms all the way overhead. So arms aren't locked out, or hips aren't locked out, knees aren't locked out, and she brought that barbell back down. If the judge no-repped her, right, and she brought that bar back to the shoulders, we can still make this lift happen. Try it again, make it a good one, and good. Now that's going to be a good complex. Now let's talk about that split jerk. If she wants to do a split jerk, ready, set, go. Boom. If she stands it up and brings those feet back together, that's going to be a good lift. If something happens and she brings it back to the shoulder and she wants another attempt at it, so let's pretend that previous one was a no rep. Ready, set, go. Try it again. And then stand it up real good, and good. Now she can bring it all the way down. As long as she doesn't let that bar go down to the ground or let go of that barbell, and she's within some portion of that complex, she can still have that rep credited to her as long as she completes the required points of performance in that particular thing. So those are the standards on the weightlifting portion for the Dragon division. These standards are going to all be printed out on the day of the competition, and they're going to be posted on our website. So if you have questions, you want to take a look at them, they're going to be posted. And if you have any questions until the event comes up, hit us up on social media, send us a text, ask us questions about the standards, and we'll get those answered for you.